So many people lost millions, literally, because they did not pay attention to this. This is crazy. Everybody who has been trying to short this along the way up has been getting slapped in the face over and over again. Bitcoin just closed the weekly candle, and this is the highest percent gain we have seen since the heat of the bull market in February 2021. Guys, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure to click that bell icon to get notifications as we are breaking out of this bullish falling wedge pattern with a target at around $30,000. And the question everybody's asking is, are we going to get that move to $30,000 or higher? Now, first of all, we have to acknowledge a few things right off the bat. First of all, anything is possible when it comes to price action. Anything is possible. If anybody tells you they know for certain what price is going to do, 100% they are not being honest. They are making an educated guess. And as we move into these volatile times where Bitcoin is starting to get a big move, I've seen my own views go up like crazy in the past week just because people are searching for Bitcoin as it's pumping. And when this happens, we need to recognize that because we had a very fast move up, a drop could be very, very fast and very, very painful. And at these times, we need to recognize the potential for a huge drop from here. And I am still bullish, guys. I am still holding the trade setup that I gave in advance in my VIP Discord, longing it right from the bottom. I'm still expecting higher targets. As you can see, I still have the trade open. I have multiple long trades open right now on Bitcoin. Okay. I've also taken this scalp short. This was a setup given in the VIP Discord as well, guys, a scalp short to take out this high with a little fake out, because when I saw us come down here, we got some bullish signs and I said, we're going to come and knock out this high and then get a little fake out for a nice scalp short. But that's the thing. Whatever we do in these markets, whether we scalp short for a quick profit, stop loss to entry, or we're in these wild swing long trades, we need to have these things calculated in advance or we will lose money. Never enter a trade after a huge move just because we got a huge move. You must wait for an entry or you will get wrecked. People get emotional during big moves. This causes FOMO, fear of missing out, which leads to huge losses. Okay, so I want to take a look at the charts, and if we are going to continue to pump, I want to talk about where we can look to actually get into a trade, because you are going to find people on YouTube right now saying we're going to 30K, we're going to 50K. You're going to find people here saying, no, this is all fake, we're going to 10K. If you are getting into these markets, we are here for one reason and one reason alone, and that is to make money, secure the profit, extract the money from the markets, which means it doesn't matter what price is doing. All that matters is that we have plans in advance so that whatever price does, we are there and ready to take action so that we can long it from the bottom and short it from the top and do this no matter what's happening. Bull or bear market does not even matter. So let's get into the charts here and let's talk about what exactly is going on. So I'm going to come over to my ByBit chart. Now, here's something that we need to understand, okay? Yes, we have this bullish pattern that is coming up right into the $30,000 level is the target. But before we get to that $30,000 level, look at this, guys, okay? I'm going to go down now to the daily time frame. What we see right here is a volume profile, a fixed range volume profile. This is analyzing all the volume that traded throughout the entire time from June 2022 until our present day. And what this is doing is this is defining for us an area of what's considered fair value, okay? An area of considered fair value. Notice what happens when we come and start trading above the area of fair value. What happens? We come back inside, right? Notice what happens when we come down and start trading below the area of fair value. What happens? We come back inside. When we lose an area of fair value and the market again decides to establish equilibrium within that fair value, it means there's a very high chance that we will actually come up now to the high at $23,000. There's a very high probability of that. Here is the downside to this move to $23,000. It is a massive area of resistance. If we go look at what we have traded from the all-time high, we have this diagonal trend line right here that lines up perfectly with this value area high at $23,000. What that means is this. even if this is a massive uptrend, and even if we are going to continue getting massive movement to the upside, right? We put in our low, we put in our high, we put in our higher low, now we put in our higher high. What this means is if we want to enter a position, let's say we want to enter right here, in order for it to be a legitimate stop loss, okay? A legitimate stop loss needs to be in a place where our trade idea is invalidated when our stop loss is hit. If we don't put our stop loss below this last swing low, okay, then what could happen is we could consolidate, we could come all the way down here, we could do all this kind of stuff here, right? And then we might eventually hit our resistance, okay? But because we never made a lower low, we're still in an uptrend. So if we enter a long right here, price could come all the way down here and then finally come up and hit our target. And basically what this means is we risked losing maybe like 23% to potentially only gain 1%. All right, so what we need to do if we want to enter this trade is we need to wait for some kind of pullback that can give us an entry where we can then put our stop loss below the swing low so that we can actually have a good risk reward ratio where, let's say we do get a pullback to down here, we can only risk 2% to potentially make 21%. This is how we need to approach these charts right now, right? This is how we need to approach these charts. We cannot be trading on emotion. We have to come up with plans in advance. So I would be really cautious right now as we are coming up to key areas of resistance. Again, not only do we have the value area high in that trend line, but if we take the Fibonacci golden pocket from the high to the low, that is coming in right here as well. So we have a massive zone right now, massive zone of resistance in this green box. Definitely the time to be cautious and come to the charts, to the drawing board with a plan. And by the way, if you want to learn how to trade this way and have a plan in advance, you can check out the course at jasoncaspertrading.com. There's a 20% discount on this course. This will give you guys the point A to point B system so you can come to a chart, make a plan before price gets to your level, and then take that trade with that plan, okay? There's nothing more empowering than being able to come to a blank chart and say, I would take this trade, or that trade. Now you have 3 possible well-planned out trades you can take. It doesn't matter if price dumps, doesn't matter if price pumps, okay? jasoncaspertrading.com if you want to join the community where we give the levels in advance every single day, do multiple live streams a week, gave this long setup, also gave this short setup that I'm currently in right now, guys, just a scalp trade here. TP1 stop loss to entry, guaranteed $500 profit right now. Gave that in the Discord as well. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. So keep in mind that for me, if we want to see higher prices, there's 2 things that I am going to be looking for if I was not in a long trade before I hop into a long. We need some kind of entry to present itself. Either we get a pullback or we get another pump and then a retest. Okay, so if we do get a pullback, what are we looking for? I would be looking for moves down to some of these lower prices. Again, fast move up equals a fast move down. Look at the 1 hour time frame right here, guys. Even on the 1 hour time frame, there is very little support below us. If we start to dump from here, we could see a very fast move back down to like 17.4K. That is actually the first major zone of support I would look for to enter into a major long position around that 17.4 area, because this is now going to be the retest of the breakout of this previous range. Okay, what happens is we had resistance here once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then the breakout. So resistance, once we come back down to it, it will act as support. And if we lose that level, I will definitely be looking for the 16.5 to 16.8 area, because that is the yearly open. Go back and look at all yearly opens, guys. They always act as very key levels. Okay, that is one option for getting long right now. And again, if we do get a pullback here, now we would have a really great entry, especially if we're using good risk management, which is something I really teach in the course. If we are going to put in a higher high after a major pullback, now we're only risking 2% to potentially make 28%. This means if we're only risking 1% of our total portfolio on the trade, if we lose the trade, we lose 1%. If we win the trade, we win 12%. Let's say we blindly take both of these trades, okay? And the first one's a loss and we lose 1%. And then the second one is a win and we make 12%. Now we're net profit 11%, almost 11%. Even if we lose both of these trades, we're only in a loss 2%, which means that third trade, if we take it, now we're in net profit 9 or 10%. This is how we need to approach the markets. This is not the kind of content that's going to be sensational, getting views and all that stuff, because people don't want to learn. It's crazy. People do not want to learn. They just want sensationalism on the internet. But this is not what this is about, guys. This is about making money on the internet. If we don't get a pullback and we continue pumping, which is very, very possible based on some of these higher time frames, then what I want to see, guys, is I want to see a breakout of this range. I want to see a reclaim of $23,000 like this. If we get a reclaim of 23,000 and we put in a higher high, higher than the August high, then we can look for a retest, and that would actually give me another long position. Okay, so I just wanted to make this video, guys. It's very possible Bitcoin could start pumping like crazy right now. I would not be surprised if we see 20K. I would honestly not even be surprised if we see higher than 30K. Because if we do go to the, back to the Coinbase exchange here, and just take a look at all the volume that has traded. Okay, let's take a look at all the volume that has traded here, going all the way back to basically the bull run. Right, we can take a look at all the volume that has traded in the bull run right here. Look at this. If we go ahead and take our Fibonacci retracement from the high to the low. Sorry, this is not the volume pool I want. If we just look at everything in the bull market itself, look at that, right? We could see that we very well may, if we reclaim that $30,000 level, come back into this range and get a pump all the way to the high around 50K. It's possible, guys. It's possible. Now, I made a video yesterday talking about my targets and everything. That goes beyond the scope of this video. That is it for today's video. God bless everybody in the name of Jesus the Messiah. I do pray that everybody is super blessed. Be careful out there, guys. If you're trading these markets, make sure to take profit. Make sure to have a plan. Make sure to stick to your plan. And I will see everybody in the next video. Peace.